Welcome to your channel Night Vale Stories. I remember the first night it happened, when the silence inside my house felt heavier than the darkness outside. I was lying in bed, drifting between sleep and the strange half-dreams that come right before it, when I heard footsteps echoing down the hallway. Slow, uneven, dragging. At first, I thought I was imagining things, but then the footsteps stopped right outside my bedroom door. Then a voice, my own name, echoed through the house. Kareem. It wasn't a whisper. It wasn't a shout. It was something in between, something hollow, like it was spoken through someone else's throat. I froze. I lived alone. I knew there was no one else inside that house. My breathing grew shallow as the voice called again. Kareem. I sat up, trembling. I remember saying to myself, if I stay still, maybe it'll go away. But something inside me insisted that staying still wouldn't save me. The footsteps moved again, this time slower, like the thing calling my name could see in the dark, and wanted me to know it. For a moment, the voice stopped. The house became silent again. That silence, it felt like the whole world was holding its breath, waiting for me to respond. I whispered under my breath, "Who's there?" No answer. Only the soft creak of the floorboards, moving closer. I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. Every time I closed my eyes, I felt like something was watching me from the hallway. Morning didn't bring comfort, it only exposed how exhausted I was. I kept replaying the voice in my head. It sounded like me, but wrong. As if someone had worn my voice like a mask. That night, I prepared myself. I left the lights on. I kept my phone nearby. I told myself the footsteps were a dream, a trick from lack of sleep. But deep down, I knew the truth. The thing calling my name wasn't part of a dream. Around 2:47 a.m., the house shifted again. It was subtle, the faint vibration of someone stepping on old wood. I froze. I whispered, "Not again," as my heartbeat accelerated. The footsteps approached, slow, steady, deliberate. Then the voice returned. Kareem. This time it dragged out my name like it was savoring it. I forced myself to stand. My legs trembled with every step I took toward the door. I pressed my ear against it. The wood was cold. Too cold. Something was breathing on the other side. I whispered, "Why are you calling me?" The breathing stopped instantly, like whoever or whatever was listening closely. Then, in a perfect imitation of my own voice, it replied. "Because you're awake." The third night was the worst so far. I tried everything: music, lights, leaving the TV on, even talking to myself to drown out the silence. But at exactly the same time, 2:47 a.m., the house fell unnaturally quiet. The kind of silence that feels like the air itself is holding something back. My phone buzzed. A notification. Unknown number. One message. It read, "I'm inside." My hands shook as I stared at the screen. Before I could react, the footsteps started again. Louder. Heavy. Purposeful. As if the thing had grown stronger each night. I whispered to myself, "This can't be real. This can't be real." But the voice, my twisted, distorted voice, cut through the air. "Kareem, open the door." I backed away, but something inside me felt drawn toward the sound, like invisible hands were pulling me forward. The doorknob rattled. Once. Twice. Then the voice whispered again. "Let me in. I've been waiting for you." The lights flickered violently, casting warped shadows on the walls. I saw a silhouette under the door, tall, thin, wrong. Too long. Too still. I finally screamed, "Leave me alone." And for the first time, it laughed. By the fourth night, I was desperate. I locked every door, every window, even pushed a dresser against my bedroom door. I stayed awake, forcing my eyes open even as they burned. I thought if I didn't sleep, maybe I could stop it. But consciousness didn't save me. Exhaustion didn't protect me. At 2:47 a.m., the footsteps didn't come from the hallway this time. They came from inside my room. slow, soft, walking behind me. I froze. My breath caught in my chest as the air grew icy. I whispered, "No, no," without turning around. Then the voice said, inches from my ear, "Kareen, don't look." My whole body trembled. It felt close enough to touch me. I wanted to scream, but the fear wrapped around my throat like a hand. Then it moved, circling me, unseen but heavy in the air. My bed creaked. My phone fell to the ground. The lights flickered. The voice whispered again, but softer, almost curious. "Why do you run from me? You called me first." My mind raced. I never called anything. I never summoned anything. But the thing behind me insisted. "You spoke my name in your sleep." And I came. I finally turned. There was nothing there. But the footsteps continued, walking toward me anyway. I couldn't tell if I was losing my mind or if something impossible had attached itself to me. The fifth night felt different, quieter, colder, heavier. As if the entire house was sinking under an invisible weight. I sat on the floor, knees pulled to my chest, waiting for 2:47 a.m. I knew it would come. It always came. When the clock hit the minute, everything stopped. Even the wind outside died. My ears rang from the absence of sound. Then, the footsteps didn't approach this time. They circled me. Fast. Too fast for anything human. I closed my eyes and whispered, "What do you want from me?" The answer came from everywhere at once. "To finish what you started." Suddenly, I felt a freezing hand press against my back. Not touching skin, touching something deeper. My vision blurred. My head pounded. I felt myself slipping, falling into something dark. Then the voice, my own voice, spoke from inside my skull. "You walked in your sleep, Kareem, screaming my name. You opened the door for me long before I entered your house." I gasped. Images flashed in my head, me sleepwalking, wandering outside at night, whispering, something. Something ancient, something hungry. And now it wanted to stay. The room dimmed until only the shape of the doorway remained visible. A shadow stood there, tall, thin, and waiting. It whispered one final time. "Now say my name again, and I will never leave."